is the Michael Jackson movie really as hyped as people could say? Or is it really overhyped? Well, we will just see. With this review, I'm going to be talking about the Michael movie. And it's starring with Jafar Jackson, who is Michael Jackson's nephew. So, with that being said, we are going to do this review. The first part is going to be a non-review spoiler, and then after that, I'll let you guys know when the spoiler review is going to come up. So, yeah, let's just get right into it then. So, first, we're going to do the cast. Jafar Jackson is the main star in this, plays Michael Jackson, and I just wanted to say he did a really good job with acting like his uncle. It is insane how he has like the voice of him. He has the choreography of dance moves of him. And also I just love how he just sings the music along with Michael Jackson's voice just to put it out in a movie as like the soundtrack, and I thought it was like pretty well done. He really did outdone himself. I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson is literally staring down and in, into him and saying like how proud he is that he's doing this. I thought he did pretty well. And we have Coleman Domingo who plays as Joe Jackson, Michael Jackson's father, and I would say he did a really good job playing as like that villain role, accurately saying like how much of a bad person he is. He doesn't care about his family. He's just using them basically as products and money and nothing else, nothing more. So really good play as an abusive father role. And we have Giuliano Valdi, the younger Michael Jackson from the Jackson 5 era. I thought he did pretty well with him and everything. And then we have Kellen Durrell Jones, who plays as Bill Bray, who is Michael Jackson's security guard, and his role is really important throughout this movie. And then we have Kendrick Sampson, who's Quincy Jones. I believe he's one of the producers who helped Michael throughout like either the Jackson 5 or the Thriller era. I think it might be Lawrence Tate, which is Barry Gordy. It's just a lot of cats are in this movie, so bear with me. Um yeah, so I would say like most of the cast is is really well done. Is really well done. Especially Jafar Jackson. He did such a good job with this. Okay, and now we are going to go to the like this storyline. Now the storyline takes place, Jackson 5 era, and then the Thriller era. I'm just letting you know right now, this takes place during Michael's early career due to Jackson 5. How did he get there in the first place, with his brothers. And then a little bit after that, how he did his first solo career with the album Thriller. And the way they did it is actually pretty nice. There are some things I want to talk about later throughout this review that I think there's things that they need to work on. But other than that, I think the storyline is just good. It's just basic. Like telling the story of a young boy who went from a huge superstar. And honestly, that's just how musical movies should be. Honestly. Um. Other than that, now we get to go with the spoilers. Now, in the beginning, we have the Jackson 5 era. I would want to say that Coleman Domingo did pretty well done with play as Joe Jackson as the villain. You get to see not only he abuses Michael Jackson physically, but especially mentally manipulative. You know that shit will go down if you hear Joe Jackson say, "Get over here, boy," you just know that shit is gonna go down. He's not a really nice person to Michael, and Honestly, it's really unfortunate. I would say this is really it's really unfortunate how people before see him as like a predator, and it's just it just really leaves a bad impression of Michael throughout those years. And you know why? The way he acts, because this dude does not have any friends when he was younger, and because of that, of being manipulated, trauma, he acts the way he is because of Joe Jackson, and because of Joe Jackson, it's because those allegations like existed, and it's just it's unfortunate because Michael Jackson is not a bad dude. He is not a bad dude. He's just a man that just makes music, but then the trauma is so bad. Like he just feels comfortable with talking to children to be friends with, and he just wants to do things that he has never done when he was a kid. So that should tell you something about the music industry, not as like a whole, but like just make sure that you have a healthy relationship with your family, friends, and everything and stuff like that. Just have a healthy relationship. All right, just take care of yourself mentally. That's all it is. And we have Bill Bray, Michael Jackson's security guard, and he is really important in Michael's life. He's kind of a good like little brother or like an uncle role for Michael Jackson. And I would say like his role really is really well done. And you can tell like at the time um Bill really does care for Michael and everything. So that just helps him boost against Joe Jackson um throughout the whole movie. And then we have Katherine Jackson plays as Nia Long. She did a really nice job playing as Michael Jackson's mother, and you could tell that she's really supportive of Michael, and you could tell like there's parts of her felt guilt of going through with everything that not just Michael but all the Jacksons been through throughout their careers, and it's just a really sad situation. And then we have John Branca, who is like the executive manager like for Michael Jackson throughout his Thriller years, and we can see the process and like all those things. And John Branca really did um did care for Michael's like career legacy and everything. He doesn't see him just as his business partner, but you could tell like he is genuinely care for Michael. And you saw like he just brought the Mickey Mouse plushie and everything, and you could tell like this dude does see Michael as like a kid, not only as like a business partner, but as a friend. So that is a beautiful relationship between those two. I kind of Another pet peeve that I have is I kind of wish they show a little bit more of the relationship side on on his on his role with John Bronco, because he's been throughout his life throughout this whole entire time, and he pretty much did more than just selling records and like trying to get Michael's Jackson's music video shared out the public and everything. And it's just like so amazing how this dude is willing to risk to do things with Michael because he knows that Michael is going to be big anyways, and it's just insane. Um, and then with that being said, um, now I want to check about the facts and what's actually true. For one, he did bring the Bloods and the Crips together for the for a music video for a short film, and then he did actually obviously he did brought a zoo in Neverland and everything. That's just his intention plan. And he did have a pet chimpanzee. I believe the chimpanzee is still alive. I'm not really sure, but yeah, that's one. And and it's true that he does care for children in hospitals and everything, like the Make a Wish Foundations. And then it is true that obviously it's true that his head got burned, third degree burn. Um, he wants and he donates money to the burning center, and and then we have at the end we have what I would say is satisfying when Joe Jackson was told to like screw off from Michael because Michael is doing that one Jackson 5 tour as a farewell tour for the Jackson 5. He doesn't want to do anymore and he just wants a solo career and he just wants to be free. That's all he wants to do is be free. And then the face of Joe Jackson's face is just hilarious at the end of that movie. It is so satisfying. And most importantly, the soundtrack I would say is really impressive because they just have Jafar Jackson's voice mixing in with the actual song of Michael Jackson, and then it's just like synchronized really well, and it's not like they're out of the moment. It just fits so right, especially the parts when he's in the concert and I would say the fans is really accurate. The fans are actually are insane for Michael. And then yeah, I mean, with other than that, I would say that the movie is pretty good. That has like a 90% audience score. I mean, if I would if I were to say like maybe an appropriate score, I would say an 85 would be good. I don't think a 90 is like not that well, and especially the Rotten Tomato score. Who the fuck thinks this is a 30% Rotten Tomato score? Hell no. And it just goes to show, like, it's just like some people just want to see the allegations and everything. I'm just like, it has been disproven so many times. And it's just sad because, like, we just saw, like, a star who was born, and then all it is just to make a bad story just to ruin his career and everything. And it's just, like, so upsetting. It's really unfortunate, but I mean, hey, if you guys have not seen a Michael Jackson movie, I would recommend it. Um, but if you guys have seen it, what you guys thought of it, and comment down below. What's your favorite Michael Jackson song? And that will be it for the review. And there's more reviews to come out.